Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to exclusive models on another episode on how to cut and sew. Today I'll be taking you on how to cut a cross neckline. In our previous tutorial I said I'm going to do a tutorial that is going to be based on how to cut and stitch that particular neck. So after cutting your dress or your top that you want that neck to be on, after cutting it out this way, the next thing you're going to do is to take the wideness of the neck here. So the wideness of the neck I'll be using here, I'll be using 3 inches. You can make it 2.5 inches, depending on how close you want the neck to be. If you make it of 3 inches, it will be wider than that of 2.5 inches, and if you make it 4 inches, it will be wider than that of 3 inches. And it depends on the shoulder measurement. If you're using here now, we're making use of shoulder 7.5 inches. So let's assume you are working on shoulder 9 inches. That means if you want to take the wideness of the neck, you'll be using 4 or 3.5 inches. You understand it that way? So here, since we are making use of 7.5 inches, so we are using wideness of the neck to be 3 inches, like this. Then the deepness is going to be 2 inches. You can make it 1.5, it depends on how you want it to be. Maybe if you make it 1.5, that means the neck will be high, and if you make it 2.2 inches, it will be lower than that of 1.5. So let's make it of 1.5 inches. You can see. Then I'm going to connect my lines together. You can see this way. Then I can now cut it out. So this is after cutting it out. Then I'm going to take the front from it. We cut it together with the front. So I'm taking the front out of it now. You can make any one the fronts since they are together. They are the same measurement and they are together with the neckline that we cut are together. So you can take this one to make the front, and you can also use this one at the front. So I'm using this at the front now. So it not depend on the length that you want. It's not constant. If you want yours to go down, it depends on how low you want that cross neckline to be. So here I'll be using 8 inches. I'll be using 8 inches here. After taking the length of the neckline, the next thing you're going to do, even though you're not using this trimming, it depends on the band. You can use a band, like you can use a fabric, the same fabric. You can use the same fabric as the fabric you use to cut out the dress or the top. Use the same thing, then you fold it into two, then you attach it to the neck. So what you now need is the measurement of the band you're using or the trimmings you want to add to it. So we must know this is the measurement. This is 1 inch. This wideness now is 1 inch. So you can make it of 2 inches. If you're making use of fabric, you can cut out 2.5 inches, then you fold it into 2 to give you 1 inch. You can make it of 5 inches, then you fold it into 2. It's going to give us 2.5 inches. That means the half inch is going for the same amount, and the 2 inches will be the band at the neckline. Your choice. You can make use of any trimmings of your choice. You can make use of the fabric, you can make use of trimming like this. So this is 1 inch. So then you come to this area. You can see this 1 inch now. You're going to divide your 1 inch into 2, because by the time you open this now, this is in fold, it's doubled. You can see. So, and you're making use of this 1 inch. So if you want to do that now, you make use of half inch. That is 0.5 inches. And since this does not have, by the time you are stitching, away from that 1 inch. That means it won't up to 1 inch again. So that means you can also reduce it to be 0.4 inch. This is 0.5, 0.5, like this. You can make use of this. You can see This is 0.4. You can see it now. It's 0.4 in. So that means the half inch, the 0.1 inch is going for the seam allowance. Don't forget, because by the time you make it half inch this way and you make this one 1 inch, no, half inch, when you open it to be 1 inch, by the time you are sewing it, it won't have a seam allowance and it might not enter that shape and it won't turn out well. So from here now, from this place now, we are going to slant it up to this area. So you can see it now. You can see from this 0.4, then you slant it up to the neckline. You cut out all this, you can see, and this tip, oh, don't, you cut out all this at this tip, not that you slant your line to be here, then you cut out this end. Don't cut out the shoulder. You're only going to cut out this neck, so you're going to end it at this area. So that is what I'll be cutting out now. And when you're cutting, you have to be very careful. Don't let it be more than what you chopped out, because once it's more than that, you won't get the nice shape of neck. It will be wider than what you want to add to it. And this is the area that determines the wideness of anything you are going to add to your neckline. It might be trimmings, it can be fabric that you folded into two. So this is the area that is going to determine the wideness. So once this area is wider than what you want to attach to it, it will not work. So after cutting it out now, you can see how it is. You can see how it is now. So the first thing you're going to do here is to join the two shoulders. After joining two shoulders, then you can now join this. So let's go to the sewing section. So after joining the two shoulders like this, you can see, so the next thing is to join the neckline. So if you want to start this now, if you want to attach this, you start from the right. When you stitch here, you go from your right across the neckline, then you hand it here back. Then you take the machine up like this. You can see, the first stitching. The second stitching is going to be like this. So when you're coming from up, before you get to this area, then you're going to stop and stitch like this. Before you get on top of the first one that you did, you stop. Then you can now do it this way. You can see just like this way coming, then try to turn it like this. You can see the way I turn it to make it lap the second one. You can see you're coming this way, you hand it here, don't let it go on top of this first one that you did. Then after then you turn it like this to make it be on top of this. You can see the way I did it. Then you can now stitch. Then after stitching it this way, you can now cut it like this. So this is how it came out. You can see how nice it is. You can see the way we stitch it on top of it. So if you can also top stitch it around, then iron it, it's going to come out nice. If you enjoyed this tutorial so far, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and for those people watching me for the first time, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.